Nowadays, most agencies are stuck. They're posting on Insta, sending hundreds of cold DMs, and maybe even running paid ads, but they're still struggling to sign consistent clients. The truth, 90% of agencies have no idea how client acquisition actually works in 2025. And look, I get it, I've been there too. When I first started out, I thought if I just worked harder or sent more messages, then clients would just fly in. But here's what actually happened. I'd send out 100 DMs and get ignored by 95 of them. I'd get a maybe from 3 of them, and then I'd book one call where the prospect would actually ghost me. Sound familiar? In this video, I'm going to break down the biggest mistakes that agencies make when trying to sign clients, and more importantly, go over what's working now to build that predictable pipeline of high-paying clients. I'll give you an example. So I spoke to an agency owner who sent out 3,000 cold DMs to sign one model who was making $300. That is not a business, that is a hamster wheel. So let's talk about why this actually happens. So let's start with these outdated strategies that will waste your time. The ones that most agencies are still relying on. The first one is sending cold DMs without a system. So I know an agency who sent out 500 messages to OF creators with the exact same script. And it said, "Hey, I own an agency and I feel like I could really help you grow. Do you want to work together?" How many people out of those 500 replied? 0. These creators can smell this copy and paste desperation, and nobody wants to feel like customer 472 of your mass spam list. The second thing is just posting randomly on socials. Another agency owner I know spent 3 months posting daily content on Instagram, and he did gain 2,000 followers, but he got no clients from this. And this is because the content was based around mindset and motivation. None of the content spoke directly to his ideal client's pain points. And posting content on socials without a funnel, it's just background noise. The third thing is just copying competitors. I've literally seen agencies just rip entire landing pages and case studies from others. And here's the problem. The prospects know. It's so obvious and they can tell when something isn't authentic. And let's say they didn't notice, copying someone else's position means you're always one step behind them. The fourth thing is choosing quantity over quality. There are so many owners trying to pitch too many types of people. And maybe their calendars look full, but their close rate is low. If you do this, nobody will believe that you are specialized in their specific problem. You know what they say, if you try and serve everyone, you'll serve no one. And lastly, just sitting about waiting for referrals. This one is huge. I know so many people doing this. Don't get me wrong, I know agency owners who make so much money from referrals even in their first month, but sometimes they might think they've cracked the code, but then the referrals dry up. No system, no pipeline, and the next few months you could barely scrape by. Referrals are nice, but don't let that be your business model. So what we do is we actually use it on the side. We've never relied on referrals and we never will. Here is the shift that 90% of agencies never make. Now, getting clients isn't just about convincing people, it's about becoming the obvious choice. Think about Apple. When they launch a new iPhone, do they need to convince you to buy it? No, they already have the authority, the trust, the ecosystem. So buying feels like the natural choice. As an agency, you need to create the same effect on a smaller scale. That means having a clear offer. Let's compare these two pictures. We do social media marketing, compared to we help creators hit $15,000 a month at least with our proven organic growth strategies. Now, out of those two, which one do you think would book most calls? Next is authority. Even if you don't have 100 clients yet, you can still build up your authority. Document your process, share mini case studies, even show how you could fix certain problems that your clients may have. Next is distribution. Stop relying on luck. If the only way people discover you is through random algorithm pushes, you do not have a business. And it is so important you need consistent ways to get in front of your prospects. Whether that's outreach, YouTube videos, posting on Instagram, posting on TikTok, it has to be consistent. Lastly is process, and this is where most fail. Even if you get someone interested, where do they go next? If you don't have a smooth process that goes from interested client, building curiosity, booking a call and signing them, you're leaving so many opportunities on the table. And once you've adapted this mindset, client acquisition will stop feeling like you're begging. You'll no longer be asking, please hire me. You'll be asking, are you the right fit for what we offer? So what's actually working right now to get new clients? Niche authority content. I'll give you an example. Don't just post videos like 5 ways to grow your Instagram. Instead, post videos like how I turned this 2K per month creator to a 30K per month creator in just 90 days. And the reason this works so well is because it speaks directly to your client's position. Next is offer-led outreach. Of course, cold outreach still works, but only if it's personalized. If you personalize outreach, it makes the creator feel like they can trust you, you're putting in the effort. Next is building a personal brand. Once I started posting about the creator community, something shifted. Suddenly it felt like I stopped chasing clients and they were coming to me asking to book a call and saying, I feel like I already know you. And that cut sales resistance in half. Next is funnel clarity. I see agencies everywhere that have no systems. Like their content's okay, but everything is a dead end. People will be liking their posts, but what's next? Nothing, because there's no next steps. You could have a simple funnel like content, free resource, booking page. And this way as well, you don't need to spend a penny on ads. You need proof and case studies. Results sell. Screenshots, testimonials, client wins. Those are your best sales assets. Now, here's the truth. Most agencies don't fail because they can't deliver results. They fail because they don't know how to consistently get in front of the right clients. Agencies could be doing everything right, but they get stuck at a certain point because they don't have a client acquisition machine. So imagine this, if you had a process that gave you 10 calls per month, how different would your agency look in 6 months' time? And that's why the best way is to follow a proven system. The main reason for this video is to say that client acquisition is just as important as everything else you do at your agency. You never want to rely on your current models. If this video gave you value, make sure to like, subscribe and comment. I'll reply to every comment. And if you're serious about scaling your agency in 2025, make sure you're focusing on acquisition. And remember, client acquisition isn't about luck, it's about having the right systems. And once you have that, everything will change. I know this video has been a bit different from my other videos. Usually I do videos targeted towards OnlyFans creators. This one is obviously targeted to OnlyFans agencies. If you are an agency owner watching this and you feel like this content was helpful, then let me know in the comments and I'll do some more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.